Go. Hello. Now it's
Right.
awkward. Right.
Yeah, that was.
Welcome to Titles Talk. We're here with Ossoul. Here's a link in the description to his Spotify, which only has one song because he's too lazy to put other songs on there. Isn't that right?
I got new songs coming soon.
Have you? When are they coming?
July.
July.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's just
That's
July.
now. You've got. Oh no, it's June. Never mind. You've got a month and 5 days. We've
Yeah,
just
exactly. Yep.
we've just discovered, by the way, everyone. If my face looks wonky, the further I go this way on the camera, the wonkier it gets. People that are listening to this will just be rubbish for you. I'm sorry, but if I go this way, it looks normal again. It's pretty interesting. So that's why I look a bit retarded. So we're doing something a bit different this week. It's not going to be very good for people that are listening just audio, but for those of you who are watching, it'll be brilliant. All 4 of you. But yeah. So we're going to run through some clips. Obviously this is due to BLM, Black Lives Matter first. Seen obviously lots of things. Did you see? Is it Jimmy Crow or Fallon or whatever got cancelled because of his blackface 20 years ago or something? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
No, it's just some guy that he did blackface in like the 90s, and he's just been like resurfaced, and he got cancelled, and they're like trying to debate whether it's right or wrong whether he got cancelled because he'd apologized for it already. I think after he'd done it, he did an impression of Chris Rock. Do you know who that is? Yeah.
Yeah, of course I know who that is. Come on.
We've just put some clips together. We're gonna play them. I'm gonna get your opinion on them, what you think, and then we'll just discuss them and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's go, because everyone wants to hear the white guy's opinion on. There we go. Screen share. Right, so this is the first one. We can't play. Oh, can we? Yeah, we can play the audio. Go on then. Right, so we'll just play this clip from TGF. It's since been taken down, and I think they obviously realised that it's wildly inappropriate, as we're about to find out. It's quite bad, but yeah. So we'll just watch it. Oh, it doesn't go with the sound anyway. It just shows you Jay, whatever, as a dressed outfit. We'll go to just watching a few little bits from it, swapping skin color. Not great, is it?
No,
I mean, he looks like Donald Trump if he had a bad tan day.
literally
like all patchy. Have you seen his neck and his collar? Oh my god! On the collar, he must have done this, and his like big old flappy chin had like collar, and it was just orange all the way. And we'll go to the next one. Don't know why the sound isn't working, but there you go. Tropic Thunder, obviously. We've already watched these, ladies and gentlemen, already before, just so you can have a quick glance, so you know which exact things we're talking about. It's all to do with like cancel culture, because most of these got cancelled, I think, didn't they? The Mighty Boosh got cancelled. TGF obviously got deleted. I don't know if Tropic Thunder's been taken off Netflix. And
no, I think it has because
has it been taken
based
off?
off the comments, yeah.
Yeah, so it's gone as well, which is fair enough because
yeah.
some of the stuff he's saying. I don't know if he actually says the N-word now. I don't think so. He might have, but I can't remember. This is a different one because it's the same kind of thing, but obviously it's nowhere near as offensive. I mean, this they do all at the end, don't they? They all sing
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah, they all sing it. And it's like, but it's funny though.
It is. I kind of.
And then one of my personal favorite shows ever, but not this bit, obviously, is from the Mighty Boosh, the magic Magic Rudy. Have you seen the Mighty Boosh before today?
No, I've never even heard of it till you sent it to me.
It's really, I didn't know this was blackface at first until someone told me, but it's really, really, really good. It's really funny. Apart from there's a few bits like this.
Yeah,
you can tell it that it's aged badly, but it's not as bad as like Come Fly With Me. That's with the Chinese, the Japanese, twins doing the chopstick song, whatever it is. That's not great. So do you want to just talk to us about the first one. What do you think? Obviously, having experienced racist problems through your entire life, what do you feel like? How does this affect you and your opinions on it and stuff?
Well, to be honest, blackface doesn't. Well, you know what? Let me pause before I say something. Before I say something, you're gonna get me cancelled as well. Nah, but see with YouTube videos like this, those I don't really care because I don't really watch these people. I've never watched TG. What's it called? TGF.
TGF, yeah, TGF
And
on YouTube, I think.
I've never really watched them because I saw some of their videos where they stuck their head in a microwave or something, and
But
ever
they're the
since then
new
I was
stuff,
like,
isn't it? Yeah.
"No, I'm not watching these guys. It's not happening." But no, obviously everyone knows that blackface is wrong. However, I know there's certain shows like Little Britain that's intended to offend people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's
So
on purpose. They're
yeah,
doing
exactly.
it in almost in good faith, like we know it's going to be offensive. That's the point.
Like that's the whole purpose of the show. So people are able to get offended by that because that's the whole purpose of the show. However, like it makes no sense that people get angry, that people get offended by a show that's intended to be offensive. Makes no sense.
Yeah. I see what you mean there. So they were
So, like I see
saying,
both sides.
yeah, I watched the thing they were saying. It's one guy, I can't remember his name. It was that it was wrong because Jimmy, whatever his name was doing an impression of a specific there we go person that happened to be black and he was white, instead of doing like to just like what is it? Sorry, something from like the 1900s where they put the massive red lipstick on and they just walk around
No,
that's just racist. That's really bad.
that's blatant racism because blackface is racist. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Because
it
the
is.
whole purpose of it, I read some article that's it was meant to push that agenda that black people aren't really people, so you can be violent to them, you can do whatever you want. Like I saw some people doing blackface, you know, them blackface dolls.
I'm not going to say what they're called because I can't say what they're called.
Yeah,
But do you
yeah.
know what they're called?
No,
I'm
I don't
gonna
really know
have to
what they're called.
message you what they're called so you can say it because I can't say it.
Well,
One sec.
can't even find my phone.
Oh no! Don't make me. There we go. So you know.
Whoa, oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
you see what you
yeah,
see
the
what.
dolls, yeah, the gollywogs. They used to have
Yeah, there we go.
what's it called? They used to have them uh posters that would say stuff like crocodile food, and they would put pictures of
Did they,
blackface
what?
children. That's what they used to do.
They used to
I
do
swear down.
that. I didn't even know that. I knew that there was they used to, because when they abolished slavery, apparently they started making all these like really like small laws. Like there wasn't a law for loitering before. All of a sudden you couldn't stand in one spot for whatever period of
Yeah.
time, and obviously they would just incarcerate loads of black people, and they'd just been made free, and then they're now we're smashing rocks for free again, and kind of just going back in that big old circle. It's because
Yeah, so they tried to do it legally.
yeah. It's why even in America, it's like I think it's 2% of the world's population. Don't quote me on facts. This is from a while ago, but 25% of the world's incarcerated population live in America. I mean, that's
Yeah, no,
massive.
America's incarceration is crazy.
Let me. Let me just get rid of this. I think. I know we still need to watch the others.
We're back now.
Yeah. Oh, see, I've already messed up. There we go. It's really annoying because where the tabs are is right where the editing bit is. So I'm having to like click on this tiny 1 millimeter thick thing. Right. So what about, do we watch this one? Have we watched them?
Yeah, I've watched all of them.
We watched all of them. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Done. Did you, well, you actually went to one of the BLM protests, didn't you, in Northampton? What was that like?
Yeah.
How was it? How was the turnout? How did it go?
There was a lot of people there, and to be honest, the energy there was so good. It didn't really feel like a protest because the energy was so uplifting, if that makes sense. And then at the end, they were like, you know what, this is a protest, but we're also here to enjoy each other's company. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they were playing music and stuff. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah. So
And obviously, they were.
no
Sorry,
problems with no problems with police or anything, and no like violence or anything. Oh,
no,
that's
there was
good.
only 2 police officers there, and people were like, yeah,
That's how it
literally.
should be, though. If people are going to be sensible and that, you shouldn't need a large police. Like in
Yeah,
America, where they all turn up with assault rifles, you're like, what?
yeah. That's what it does to incite violence. But what's it? Yeah, I saw an article that said we had exemplary behavior. Exemplary behavior. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so it was very
yeah.
well behaved. You see, there
Hmm.
was it last night in Brixton? There was it wasn't to do with the protest. It was just a riot or something. Have you
Hmm.
seen that? There was like a 22 police officers injured, 4 in hospital or something. It was
No, I
mad.
didn't hear about that.
It
That's
was like
crazy.
it's basically there was just a massive block. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was a block party, but it just went
Hmm.
absolutely nuts. They were like burning cars, smashing up police cars. It
It's
was.
probably to do with football. It's just random.
No, I think it was. I think it was just a block party. That's another thing. You see a lot of people saying don't oh you can't you shouldn't obviously you shouldn't write anyway, but there are people like spouting off about it, and then they're football hooligans.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't really make any sense.
Hmm. It's a crazy world we live in.
Yeah, but it's getting. Hopefully, it gets better. Maybe at some point.
Yeah,
At least
should be.
it's not as bad as other places. Like
Hmm.
obviously, did you see actually? Speaking of other places, the is it the Chaz zone in is it Seattle in America in Washington? The
Not
Chaz zone.
sure.
It's like a independent zone where they're sort of no longer using. It might have been gone now. I can't remember, but it was a few days ago. I read about it. And so they basically just taken over the police station there after the riots. So they took over the police. All the police left Seattle, or that area of Seattle, and it was like a
Hmm.
autonomous area that was armed
Oh
by.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. So they've got like the protesters, like all people, like the people not using money and stuff, and it's kind of weird. And you're like, oh, that's great, until you realize there's been like 3 shootings, loads of rapes and stuff in the
Hmm.
area because it's just
Yeah.
attracted all the wrong crowd, which is what the protests do, isn't it? They attract lots of people that are there to
Hmm.
be. They've only gone there to riot. They're not like they're not actually supporting a cause or anything.
Hmm.
So what
I think certain people are just going there as an excuse to do it. Because there's people because the real movement is, although people are, although it would be justified if people were like, you know what, let's just burn everything down, which was the initial reaction. But right now, it's mostly just peaceful protests. That's really
Yeah.
what it's about right now. Because obviously, if we keep going and rioting, then they're just going to see us as thugs and this and that, which is what they already see us as. So
It's almost like proving them right, isn't it? If you start smashing stuff up and burning stuff to the
yeah,
ground.
exactly. Because then they'll be like, look, see, this is what I said about these people. And then it's just gaslighting, really. Because they'll incite riots and then they'll be like, oh, they'll be playing the victim once it actually happens. So
Yeah.
you need to play
Yeah.
it smart.
Yeah, it's all about education, right? That's what I spoke about
Mm,
with Woozy. It was just about educating people and teaching them
mm,
different things. You're the person who actually showed us the Axum or the Mali Empire or whatever it was. It was
mm,
like different
mm.
stuff. It's like, why not teach this in school about the good things about Black history as well as the bad things. Same good things about colonialism, very bad things about colonialism.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got both sides to every kind of confrontation. I didn't
Mm,
realize we discovered last time how early. I think it was you posted about the uh Kenyan one. Was
Kenyan. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No, I sent you the link on a news article. It's quite long. Did you read it?
Mm.
Did you have a little look at it and that?
I didn't read all of it, to be honest. Didn't
It's
really get
long.
around to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's long, but I will read it.
Yeah, it was mad. It's only 1952, I think. So it's
Mm.
like less than 60, 70 years ago. Sorry, which
Yeah,
isn't that
it's
long.
crazy. Mm. So a lot of those people are still alive unless, you know, you know.
Well, yeah, unless they've been killed.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it one of the? Is it a Belgian leader or a French leader committed like the worst genocide in history, and it was in Africa?
Mm.
Oh, it just never. It's not told about like to like anyone. I don't even know his name. That's how much it's not spoke about. I can't remember
Yeah,
which
no,
country. I just know it was some sort of. It may be like late 1800s, early 1900s, and it's just never spoke of. No one teaches you it. And it's like,
yeah,
okay, it's only like
no,
it's
it's
only
crazy.
several hundred million people or whatever.
Mm. I
Yeah.
think that's the great that they're talking about. Like when they say make Britain great again, or not make America great again and Great Britain, I think they're talking about those type of situations.
Yeah, that they're getting it pardon me, misunderstood, aren't they? They're
Mm,
thinking that the empire, it's such a great thing. It was genius. It was very good. Logistically, it's absolutely incredible how you can run a, I think, I can't remember the square mile, but it was the biggest empire ever without telephones, without
Mm,
radios. You
mm.
did enslave half the world as well, though. So,
Yeah,
it's
like it
come
will.
see, come sir.
Yeah, what they achieved was impressive, but how they achieved it was terrible. That was the worst way you could possibly go about it. And that was terrible. So, but it was impressive how much they could take over, because there's a map, isn't there, of how much England took over the world.
It's
It's
basically everywhere.
crazy,
It's basically,
crazy. I
like,
remember sitting in history, I was
what,
like, how is
what,
this tiny island taking over this whole world? Like, what? Yeah, it made no sense, but it's crazy.
yeah, I mean, it was just absolutely insanely big. I'll find a map of it now, and we shall have a little look see. And it's not the entire world, but it's pretty damn
Mm.
close. Must be like something like 70%, a part of the South Pole. I want to say, Jesus, but why would you even want to conquer that? Why? It's just ice. Look, there we go. Oh, please don't
Wow.
be a dodgy website. Oh, it's just not done anything. Yeah, yeah. See, part of whatever's down here, isn't that just ice?
Yeah, that's
A
wow.
part of and the North Pole up there is literally everywhere apart from parts of China as well. Basically,
Mm,
just not Russia and Europe. But even France, technically, if you want to go to medieval, you took by like Normandy and different
mm,
places, Calais and stuff like that. You want to go
mm.
far back enough. So
Yeah, that's
when people say they're native English, it's like, so you're French. there's no such thing. You're French or German, but that's it.
yeah, it's mad.
So have you got any new sort of like music projects you're working on at the moment, and how's that going? So I haven't heard any new stuff for a while, and I
You know
need some
what?
new songs for my Spotify.
Mm, you know what? I've just been feeling very uninspired recently. I've got my inspiration back now, but for so
Yeah.
long I was just uninspired, and obviously I had college and stuff, so had to focus on my priorities. But yeah, no, I just had no inspiration. I was looking for beats because I'll go through like 400 beats. I wouldn't like any of them, so I was like, you know what? Let me just chill out for a bit, and then saying take the time to regain my inspiration, and now I'm back. I'm making music. And also, I had a lot of unfinished songs as well because of that. But now I'm just making sure that I finish every single song I make, no matter what.
Are you going
It has to
back?
be that night.
Are
Huh?
you going? Are you going back to them songs to finish them, make sure they're all done, and now are you just
Nah,
gonna
nah,
bye
nah.
bye?
Nah, everything new, always new, always new. Because right now I'm on good vibes now. I'm making a lot of Afro beats. I'll send you some actually. Yeah,
Okay, I don't know. Let's be fair. I don't even know what Afro beats are. I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
yeah.
I would know it if you played it to me, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I can't pick out the genre from the top of my head,
Mm.
unfortunately.
You know what? The best artists you should listen to from Afro beats. My personal top few are Burna Boy, definitely, Wizkid, Rema,
I've heard of Wizkid.
and yeah, Wizkid is sick. Techno and Davido.
Okay,
It's
I'll
my
have to
top
check
five.
them out. You'll have to send me some links. Are they like who
Oh,
gives you inspiration then and stuff like that? Or was that how do you start?
well, start first. Start a song.
Yeah, yeah. How do you start? What's the way like? Okay, I want to make a song. What's the process that goes on through your brain?
Processes. I just look for a beat. I'll just search whatever type of vibe I'm feeling. So, for example, I'll be like Afro type beat on YouTube, and then find whichever beat I'm feeling, and then really the beat leads the rest of the song, because that's how I get the melodies from. That's how I get the lyrics from and stuff. So,
Just layer it
yeah,
up on top of it, get inspiration from different parts of it.
yeah, and because I don't write music, I just load it up onto FL, and then I just start mumbling, and then add words to it afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start making? It must be a long time now. Because I was probably 16. You must have been
You know what? My
God,
first
40 when I met you, and you're making music then, weren't you?
Yeah, I was, but to be honest, I was actually more consistent then than I am now, which is crazy. Back in like year 8.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know.
Because you went from you were quite old school music, it was quite
Mm.
sort of like
I-
almost like
back.
J5 and that, and now it's kind of getting that. Because what was that one that's on Spotify, the really slow one?
The 4.
The 4, yeah, because that was really like different. Like, oh, you never done anything like this before.
Neither
You,
have I actually.
so you played it at the is it that little concert we went to, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't go so well.
Nah, I
So
didn't.
how do you deal with basically everyone? We went to this place, also Woozy, Just Jovian, they're all there doing their music. I was doing like photography and stuff, and everyone was hyping up the crowd, but people kept saying if you don't have the vibe, then leave. And
Mm,
unfortunately, I think people said it a little bit too much.
mm.
Like it went on for like 10 minutes, but it was just before your set, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
No,
so it was like a half empty room. But how'd you deal with that? Like obviously it's a live performance. Obviously, it's the only one that's ever gone bad. You've done a few now, haven't you? So how'd you deal with that kind of like, okay, what do I do now? How do I progress from here?
you know what? That type of stuff is meant to happen, and it's good that it's happening now because obviously when we have real stuff at stake, like when we're spending hundreds, thousands on it, then it's a different story. But right now, it's a learning curve because then I realized, okay, so what we could have done better, like promote it better, time it better, because that was in winter as well. So nobody's really trying to come out in winter because we had one in summer the year before, and that one was packed. Like there was so many people in there. I can't even remember how many people, but top capacity, and there was people literally standing on the stairs. It was so sick that time, but
Yeah,
I think second time we just didn't time it right, basically.
it is what it is. You're gonna have ups and downs, aren't you? That's part of the entertainment industry.
Yeah, exactly. You just have to learn from it and just keep it going.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So what's your next step now from where you are now? What's your, you're gonna try and sort of like, I don't know, get actually screw that. Do you know what I saw earlier?
What?
It's a crocodile ripping another crocodile's foot off.
how'd you
I know,
how'd
I
you go
know. It just popped into
Mm.
my head.
How'd you go from music
I
to
know.
crocodile?
I just saw it. I thought it was absolutely like. And do you know what the other crocodile did?
What?
Nothing. It just stood there and carried on eating its chicken. That's hard.
Well,
Yeah,
while it's
no,
getting his head ripped
yeah. So,
off.
so what they threw chickens into the crocodile enclosure. Yeah, the one
Yeah, the
crocodile
crocodile was like that.
bites the chicken. The crocodile behind him misses the chicken and bites the other crocodile's leg. Does the death
Oh,
throw, rips it off, and the other crocodile that's just had his leg ripped off just doesn't even react. Just starts eating the chicken, just like nothing's happened. It's
perfect.
it, it
That's
There's some mad stuff. I didn't realize like how like crazy they are. And they're like 20 foot long as well. Some of them. So
yeah,
what?
no, they're huge.
I,
Not that I've ever seen one, but
I've, I've
apparently
seen
they're huge. Yeah.
I've seen like little ones that are like the size of my desk, but not 20 foot.
Mm.
That's longer than my car.
Did you
Imagine
ever
that.
have those petting zoos in school?
Nah, what, you had a petting zoo in school?
No, they're not in school, but like
Okay.
those people that go on the road and they tour with animals and stuff.
Nah, I was not privileged enough to have this. What
Oh
what,
man,
what happened? What?
this was in Ireland. Yeah, they brought baby crocodiles, snakes, spiders and
What?
stuff.
Oh, it's not
Yeah,
even like, I thought you were gonna say like a goat or something, but like proper.
go. Nah, yeah, these are real animals. I think it was in school. It was either in school or somewhere else, but
Well,
yeah,
that's
it was sick.
nuts. I've been to Bird World, but that's not as cool. They just got birds.
What birds have they got there?
They got penguins, mate. Penguins are sick. They're quite vicious though. I mean,
Really?
really vicious. One, I can't remember. It was one of the penguin species was known to be the horniest animal there is. Like the most, just disgusting. They put I'm gonna have to look it up in a bit, but it
Mm.
was they basically what they did was these penguins would like take baby chicks and then try and mate with the baby chicks, but they would also mate with like corpses and stuff like this. They even
Corpses.
yeah, no, they took a severed female's head, put it on a stick, and all the males tried to breed with it.
Oh my days. They might not know though. As weird as I sound, they might just not know. You know, I'm giving them too much credit. They definitely know that they're tapped. They're tapped.
Well, it's weird because some penguins are monogamous and will only like they breed for life, and then these ones will just fuck anything. Like it's just I was watching the video and I was like disgusting. Oh, it was a cartoon. It wasn't an actual like it wasn't the actual penguin doing it. That'd be a bit far. So it's just like the chimpanzee that tries to fuck the frog. Have you seen?
We watched some weird videos, man.
Just going
Where are you
through.
finding these?
This is like all on Facebook and stuff. I'm like looking at some stand-up comedy, and then it's like
and then it gets
the chimpanzee using like a frog as a fleshlight. I'm just like, how did we get from Bill Burr to frog as a what? What happened? Poor frog. He gets embarrassed though. He throws it away. The other chimp comes, taps him on the shoulder, and he goes, throws it behind him and runs off.
Oh my
He obviously knows it's wrong.
For God's sake. Yeah, flipping.
I want to go to the zoo, man. I want to just look at some animals and stuff. Just look at random things. Tigers. Didn't know how big tigers were till I saw one in person. Oh my God. Have you seen one?
Yeah, you know what? I used to look at tigers and be like, you know what? If it really came down to it, I could take one of these. But then I saw one in the zoo. I was like, nah.
It's massive. Its teeth is like the size of my head. I was like,
you seen gorillas?
Yeah.
Oh my, gorillas are hench as well.
They're massive. They're like and they don't know how to do bodybuilding techniques, so they're massive naturally. So imagine if they were lifting weights.
Yeah, it would be over for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, imagine
Planet of the Apes.
we done. I thought they're massive in the new, not the newest movie, but the first one of the new trilogy. Oh my God, sorry.
I've only seen the first one.
Have you? That's one of the massive gorilla just bursts through and starts trashing the place, isn't he? The silverbacks, they call them. They got grey hair on the back.
Gorillas would be good bodyguards, though.
Well, until they rip your face off.
Yeah, well, if you feed them right.
Feed them. Well, they're vegetarian though, aren't they? They're only They only eat vegetables. Sorry, what was that? Your mic went a bit weird.
Oh yeah, no, I saw a video of this guy that was talking about how bodybuilders don't really need meat, because he was like, look at gorillas, how big they are, and then look at us.
Yeah.
And the only difference is they eat. They're vegetarians and we're not.
Yeah.
But I like meat too much, so.
I mean, chicken's good.
Oh,
curried goat, mate. Curried goat. Oh, I just discovered that. It was delicious. And rice and peas. I discovered that as well. Oh, and it's not spicy like the jollof that you gave me. Jesus.
Well, you put suya on that, so.
So yeah, what was suya? I said, don't put anything powdery or dry on it. Put sauce. And your brother just looked at me, laughed, and put suya?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it made out of? Just chilies.
I don't know. It's just a spice.
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong, but it's just a spice.
It ruined me. It absolutely destroyed my mouth. Thought I was going to die.
That's the thing. I don't really add stuff to my jollof rice. Apart from, well, actually, when I eat plantain and coleslaw.
I like coleslaw. I've never had plantain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I've never.
All the Jamaicans that you chill with.
Yeah, I
never had plantain.
I only had jerk chicken, not last week, the week before, for the first time. That was good. It's a bit spicy, but
yeah, I've only ever had rice and peas and jerk chicken, and it was so nice.
It is good. They proper kidney beans as well at this place. So it's
you know what? Usually I don't even like kidney beans, but
yeah,
I liked it that time. So I think I'm gonna have to change my perspective on that one.
Yeah, they're good in chili con carne as well. I like it in the con carne. Just not by themselves. I don't even know if you can eat them by themselves. If you do, you're a bit of a weirdo. No offense.
Yeah, that's a bit strange.
Kidney beans by themselves. You're about as weird as the chimpanzee using a frog.
That's
just next level. But chimpanzees, they eat everything, don't they? They're nuts. They eat like other monkeys and they eat each other. They're cannibalistic. They go to like have you seen the video where the chimps go to war basically, or like the documentary? Like they literally have like territorial combat. So like they have their area and they'll fight another one, but they'll like proper plan it out. You can see them like trying to ambush each other. But instead of like just killing them, they kill them, mate with them, and then eat them. It's like that's what we evolved from.
Yeah, well, you know what you should watch? Animal Planet.
Yeah, that's what I've watched a few of them, especially like David Attenborough documentaries on them. His voice
Yeah, I
always
love
just puts
Animal
me
Planet.
his voice always puts me to sleep though. It's so calming. It's like and here we see. Yeah, have you seen the Mick take ones about Chavs and that? David Attenborough. He's doing like a narrator, like, and here we see the female Chav, already pregnant and smoking a cigarette at age 14. And
Oh my
here come
days.
the males, not caring that she's already with child. It's absolutely hilarious. It's good. I can't remember who does it. It's all like that. Is it True Fact?
Oh, it's a parody.
No, go on.
Oh, it's a parody.
It's
I
a
thought
parody.
David.
No. It's not at David. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I was
sitting
gonna
down,
say no.
sitting down the local reg with a Stella filming kids. I think he might be in prison for that. He's
Yeah,
pro
100.
he's pro Brexit, isn't he? Or he was last time I saw. Did you see that?
To be honest, I don't even look at him as a real person. I just look at him as
A
Animal Planet.
Animal Planet guy. I think he's
Yeah.
actually BBC, isn't he?
You know what's crazy? I don't really even know what he looks like. Like you
What?
can kind of tell from his voice.
How, you've never seen David Attenborough?
No, I've only heard his voice.
Well, we're gonna have to show you, mate. What?
I can already tell what he looks like.
But you've
I'm not gonna describe it though.
white.
Basically.
How have you never seen David Attenborough? He's basically Animal Jesus.
Okay.
I'm literally. I mean,
Oh well.
wow. There we go. This guy, this beautiful human being. I mean, he's not actually. He's pretty saggy, but that is David Attenborough. Oh, that's. Then again, I never had jerk chicken until 2 weeks ago. So come see, come sir.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
What else you doing then at the moment in your life? Any new projects or anything? Just music.
Well, apart from music, just exercising and actually planning stuff now, because I've got this whiteboard. I'm not showing the plans because it's gonna.
I've bought one as well. I bought one with like a little thing on that you can pin stuff on.
And then so that's just my plans for the month. And yeah, because as long as I meet them, then I'll get towards my goal. Because at least I'm moving in a direction, rather than just moving.
It's good writing stuff down as well. It allows you to see it physically in front of you, and you can be like, okay, I haven't done that, or I can move that to that and do that. Whereas if you just try and think of it, like I always forget something. Like, especially like I went to the tackle shop. That's fish, not penis. To buy like a fishing rod. Tackle. We were to buy a fishing reel, but I'd actually gone there to buy like a net and stuff, but I hadn't written anything down, so I forgot half of everything I was meant to get, and then I had to go back again. So it's even good for like I'm doing I haven't told you, I'm writing a like stand up at the moment. I'm doing like different bits, and I was trying to do it all in my head, and I started writing it down. It's actually really good to write it down because you can actually like plan it out and sort of see what's funny, what's not. Mostly not. But never mind. Well, hopefully we'll get there eventually.
Well, are you planning to go to do shows?
Yeah, just to do like some open mic stuff. Like I gotta be like I'm trying to write it as PG as possible, because a lot of them don't allow you to it's got to be like sort of like age appropriate, because they can have like 16-year-olds and stuff in there, so you can't just do like open up like Frankie Boyle with a HIV joke or something. They're a little bit I don't think you could do that today anyway. I think you're getting a lot of trouble.
Yeah, the only person that can really get away with almost anything is probably Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle. Yeah, probably. Or Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais.
I haven't watched him.
You haven't watched it? Did you see him at the Golden Globes or whatever it was, or the Oscars, or what? I think it was the Golden Globes, where he does the Harvey Weinstein joke. because basically everyone there used to be friends with Harvey Weinstein. They used to use his private jets and that. And he's like, yeah, it's a good thing he's locked up. Don't worry, you'll have to buy your own planes or whatever. He basically calls Leonardo DiCaprio a nonce.
Oh, okay.
It's so good. But he's like, it's the last one. It doesn't matter. It's really good. Must be terrifying though, because everyone in that room is, pretty powerful, pretty rich. But screw
Yeah,
it, because they're all
exactly.
weird. Like most of them believe in Scientology as well. Loads of celebrities are really
Yeah,
into Scientology, and it's like, why?
yeah,
the
yeah,
guy,
that's weird.
the guy that invented it, he said the best way to make money is to start a religion. A few years later, start Scientology. Now he's
Mm.
rich
How did he get rich off starting a religion though,
because you have
or
to pay.
selling the books?
No, you have to pay to progress in the religion.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. You
Some
know
people,
what? Jesus is real, and you don't have to pay anything to
unless
get
you
closer.
unless you're Catholic, then you do.
Yeah, well.
Then it's optional but highly recommended. Oh god, right, let's not go down that route. I haven't got enough
Nah,
viewers to
let's not
be.
go
I
there.
haven't got enough viewers to start losing them. We could do
Yeah,
pretty. No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll say
that's when
first.
people just start clicking off.
Yeah, or clicking on, depending what they're into.
Mm.
Like, not into. That sounds weird.
Yeah,
You can see that. Wait, if you're listening, you can't see anything. But if you're watching, you can see the sweat is now glistening off my face. I've had to turn my fan
yeah,
and close my. It's hot. It's really hot, and I'm thick. I'm a thick boy.
I
Like
said he's thick.
I'm
No,
thick with a
you can
capital
call
T and
yourself
two
that.
C's. Yeah, I'm thick boy. You know that song? They're like, damn, he's a thick boy. That's me. I'm
Mm.
the thick boy, and this weather's not kind to me. It's
Speaking of,
just
we need to hit gym.
we do need to hit. I've been doing lots of arms, and despite what it looks like, I do work out. Um,
Yeah,
I got big shoulders, big arm. Well, no, just big shoulders, small arms, big belly. It's so disproportionate. So you and your little your wife beater t-shirt, you can flex and show off. If I do it, you're just going to see a lot of tits.
nah, that's just cool. I didn't want to show nipples on this on this podcast.
When you sent me the preview, it was you just topless. I was like, are you sure you want to do that? But it's up to you.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, nah, nah.
Yeah, we do definitely have to go to the gym at some point.
Yeah,
Everyone.
I want them to reopen because I was going consistently before it closed. Well, when I say consistently, it was 3 weeks. 3 weeks of consistent gym going, which is actually quite a big thing for me because usually I go for like 2 weeks, stop for a week, go for 3, stop for a week, go for 2 more, stop, go. Yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah, you just need to get into a pattern. It's good for you as well. It's really good for you, especially with coronavirus. Boosts your immune system, makes you stronger.
Hmm.
I
That's
don't.
why I was. Huh?
No, come on, Karen.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why I was confident when the coronavirus started because I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll be.
I worked out for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Then what's it called? And I saw a video of some guy that he was an athlete and he got it, and then I was like, okay, so I'm staying at home.
But not many athletes are dying from it.
Hmm.
Not many celebrities are dying from it actually either, which is a bit.
But I feel like there's some of them are distance as well because they don't really live in areas where you can just walk around and just see
Yeah,
loads of people.
completely different lifestyle, isn't it? Like you've got literally millions, sometimes billions of pounds. If you don't want to see another human being, you don't have to.
Yeah,
Is it
exactly.
is it Ellen DeGenerate or whatever her name is? Put a post of her crying or something like lockdown's too much for me. I was like, you're sat in a $6.7 million mansion. Shut up.
Mm.
It's
But
like,
you know what the thing is? You know what the thing is though? Uh, people can still be sad no matter what because money doesn't really make you happy.
no.
Because that's the thing. Especially if there's already things going on in your life and you already kind of feel a certain type of way, it's going to be worse when you're all alone. And the thing is as well, because I saw certain artists like The Weeknd, he's saying that he's bored because usually these people are going on tour. This is what they love to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So like, imagine you're whatever you love to do, you're doing that for months, years, and then all of a sudden you just stop. Like there's no warning, it just stops, and then you're just at home. This is boring because most of these people probably don't even go to their houses that much, on the road all the time.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is it's especially the only what do you call it, example I can think about is like when the Jackass members said they were on the road. They didn't even own houses. They didn't rent anywhere. They were just constantly on the road because that's what they love to do. So I'm guessing
Yeah,
if you've got
exactly.
to like settle down, it's a little bit hard. But I'd still rather settle down in a $6.7 million mansion than a 20 grand South London council flat that's falling apart, which
Mm.
is what people have to do. You have to do what you have to do, and unfortunately, so was it Sam Smith? Put picture him literally crying,
Mm.
like literally like full on crying, tearing on it, and it was like, you're still rich. You could have lobster
Yeah.
every day if you really wanted to. It's not the end of the world. How's it affected you though? Lockdown. I think it's probably good for you actually to be able to record loads.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I haven't socially distanced because I've been working,
Yeah.
and I live in a shop that I mean, not live. I work in a shop. I work in a shop that's so small that social distancing is almost impossible there. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
tiny, isn't it? It's like what, 10 square meters, if that.
yeah, yeah. I think it is actually 10. I think it's less than that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a small shop.
Mm.
They never have what you want in it. There's a complaint. You can take that.
You know, we used to until Corona started, and then everyone started buying
Yeah.
everything.
A panic buying was
Panic
so
buying.
stupid though. Because
Tissue.
what? Tissue. That some guy worked out how much if you bought like 4 packs of 9 rolls and you had a family of 4, you would have to take 4 poos a day. No, 10. It was like 5. It was like a stupid number, like 10 poos a day.
Or
With
each.
each with 20 wipes minimum for each poo to use up that toilet in the 2 weeks you'd have to isolate. That's a lot of poop. If you're doing that much poop, you don't need tissue. You need a doctor.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
He's like that should last you just over sort of like 4 months or something like that.
Mm.
And people were buying this much, so you didn't actually have to panic buy. I mean, if everyone had just bought what they needed, the shops would have been fine.
Mm.
But no
It
one
was,
does. Carry
in
on,
a
sorry.
sense, it's understandable because nobody really knew what was going to happen. But in hindsight, it was really stupid. Because I bet all those people still have those tissues right now.
Yeah.
But
Especially
nobody uses that much.
imagine if you're an old person, you can only go out once a week. You get there and it's just nothing. That's why they did them elderly hours, didn't they?
Mm.
Which is good, but what if that's the only time you can go shopping and you're not elderly? You're screwed now, aren't you? No, you can't do your shopping.
Mm.
It's all kind of petered out now, though.
Yeah, it's just kind of flattening down, kind of chilling out now, going back to normal.
Pubs are open 4th July.
Mm.
That'll go well.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to Weatherspoons for them wings.
The 10,
Those wings.
30 wings for a tenner, people. 30.
Mm.
Now, they're not the best wings you've ever had, but
They're
they're
up there. They're up
they're
there.
up there. And it's like, when you get wings for not Nando's, Nando's, 5 wings and chips, it's like £12.
Mm.
Great. Now I need to go to McDonald's and get a burger as well. Or Domino's is like £7 for 7 wings, £1 a wing. Here, 30 wings, £10, and you can get a drink as well. You can get a beer.
Yeah,
It's brilliant. It's perfect. Sriracha sauce tastes like bean sauce for some reason. Their sauce, but the blue cheese sauce, beautiful.
Oh no, that's
No, it's good, isn't it? It's good. The blue because
yeah.
you weren't sure of it, and I said try it.
At first, yeah, because the thought of blue cheese is kind of weird to me. But then when I tried it, well, I loved it. Can't
It's
even lie.
good. It was good. Not as good
Very
as
good.
when you took me to Royal Chicken. The first time that I'd been to a black chicken shop, a proper one,
You know what? But
not like Rio's, a proper one, Royal Chicken. Oh my God, the prices, they were good enough. That's a good enough reason.
mm,
How? Come on.
you know what? The rest of my friends don't like royal chicken. They don't like it. So
Is it just because it's the first one I've been to that I've fallen in love? I think
yeah,
I've
I
only
think
been
so.
like 3 times.
There's better ones in there.
Take me. We have to go.
I've tried Morley's once.
Was that any good?
Just once. Yeah, Morley. It was peng. I can't remember what I had. I think it was just a chicken burger and some wings or something. But it was peng.
Yeah, we need to just do a tour. That can be like a video series. Oh, they already do that, don't they? I was like, I
Oh
can
yeah,
imagine it, does it?
yeah.
I just realized, and apparently he's not a very nice person either. Apparently that's why no one wanted to do his filming or anything. Because he was
Oh,
like, people
really?
like, yeah, people asked to take pictures. He's like, no pictures, no pictures. He's 26.
What? I thought he
Yeah,
was like 15.
yeah, no, he's 26. He's
He looks
old.
young.
Yeah, he looks very
Oh,
young.
that's what that's a condition though.
I don't know. I think it's just because he's chubby.
Oh,
He just looks a bit
I'm
young.
pretty sure.
Maybe he has got. Maybe he's ill. I'm sorry if he is. That's I feel really bad now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's probably 27 now actually.
Mm.
Damn, but yeah, because apparently he wasn't very nice to some people and they stopped filming with him. That's why one of them looks like it's filmed on a potato. Not the last one, the one before it. It's like kind of jolting about. It was awful. Yeah, we need to go to some more chicken shops because when I got 6 wings and chips and a drink for $4.50, I almost bought another meal. So I said, damn, this is cheap.
They got good deals there. I think that's the whole point. I think that's the whole reason why people like them so much.
Yeah, I don't know how. I probably don't. I don't want to know how they make their money if the food's that cheap, but the food tastes good.
Or if it's real anyway.
If it's real, it doesn't matter. It tastes the same. Does the same
We'll
thing.
find out in a few weeks.
did I tell you I went to I went to Rio's on is it Bridge Street, and as I was on my way there, I thought he was homeless. He asked me he's like, have you got 50p so I can buy a drink? I went, oh sorry mate, I've only got a card. Went into Rio's, got some food, walked out. I still had chicken left. I was like, I'm probably not going to eat this chicken. I've just had like 6 pieces. I'm really full. And I saw a guy still standing there looking for like, trying to get money. I said, look, mate, I haven't got a drink or I ain't got any change, but I've got some chicken if you want it. Oh, fuck you. I don't need your charity. I just look at him like, what? I was like, are you not homeless? What you just asked me for money? Some proper nutters around there.
Yeah, I know.
Good chicken though.
Yeah, actually, I liked Rio's that one time we went. It was all right. It wasn't the best one I've had, but it was all right.
It's quite pricey as well, though, isn't it? It's like if you want a meal, it's like six. I say pricey. It's pricey for chicken shop. It's like 6-7 quid per meal or something. It's a good meal. I think. I don't know. We should rate them. Northampton chicken shops one to whatever, however many there are. Probably 1,000. None in toaster though.
Of course.
Of course. Oh, so. How's toaster people been treating you? What should we?
You know what? That's just cool. You know, because most people, because obviously it's a place where everyone knows everyone, and obviously I'm a calm person, so I don't really have any issues with anyone.
Yeah.
Basically,
just not a very multicultural place, is it? Unfortunately, lots of lack of
there-
education, like what we were saying earlier.
yeah, there are a lot of people here that do have far right views.
Yeah, or right wing, not far right, right wing. Well, probably some of them do have far right actually, from what I've seen on an old Facebook. Why would you post some of the stuff? It's public.
Exactly, because especially after this, the whole Black Lives Matter movement came back up again. After that, a lot of people have been starting to voice their dislike of it, especially around here, because a lot of people don't really understand it here, because all they see is the small clips of the small, very few bad situations that's attached to it, unfortunately, but they don't really see the bigger picture because they don't really know. And that's the thing, 'cause a lot of people here don't actually know any black people, so they don't really have any ways to get educated on real life. Because I had one guy tell me, right, that racism does not exist in England, because he said that he read a government statistic that said a large proportion of black people in this country said they never experienced racism.
That's got to be a lie.
Exactly. At that point, I knew I was talking to the wrong person.
Someone that you just can't educate, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you know what, I give up now.
At that Burnley game, the guy flew White Lives Matter over the football game, didn't he? Big signs.
That was crazy. I don't know how he could get away with that. Like, who was the pilot?
Yeah, it was a private company, was it? I don't know how they didn't think, oh, this is a bad idea. We shouldn't do what he says. We should maybe not do it. But
yeah, exactly.
He's lost everything now, though. He's
Oh
lost his
yeah.
job, and his wife lost his job. It's like, how did you think that that wouldn't happen?
Mm. Oh yeah. Did you? A lot of people are losing their jobs for being racist now. Because did you see that footballer who got sacked because of something that his wife posted?
Yeah. See, I think that's wrong because that's your wife. I don't think if it's. I think. Oh, I see. I don't know. Maybe it isn't wrong. I'm not sure.
But you know what I'm saying? When you're in that type of limelight, you need to make sure that
Yeah. Everyone
you
around
represent
you is
exactly.
That's why it just makes sure that you're, and if someone that you do know has got slightly, views that you don't agree with, make sure they're not making them public
Yeah,
because you will
exactly.
lose your job. It's a very,
They
very,
shouldn't even.
no, go on, sorry.
They shouldn't even. Yeah, they shouldn't even be hiding it because if there's no point in just saying just don't post it because you have to help them to realize that what they think is wrong. Because I know a lot of people have political views and stuff, but really it's not all about politics. A lot of it is about race, as like is as simple as just skin color. And
Yeah.
it's not even like it's white people versus black people. It's just people versus races.
Yeah, that's the best way to look at it, isn't it?
Hmm.
And you can change people. You can some people you can't. Some people will always be hateful and racist and bigoted
Yeah.
or whatever. But if you look at is it Dale Davis, or Davis Dale, the jazz musician in America who converted 200 KKK members to
Hmm.
being to not being KKK members, including the Grand Wizard, which is number one CEO of racism. He
Hmm.
convinced him not to be a racist. So,
Yeah.
so it is possible. It is, and these people burn crosses in like black people's yards and stuff like that. Proper, real messed up stuff. And
Yeah.
even that, some of them could be convinced that it was wrong and that they shouldn't do it anymore. So it is about education and teaching people.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking of because my brothers are going back to the same school that I went to, and they didn't really do Black history in any type of good way. Like I had one of the teachers in the assembly tried to tell us that they should abolish Black History Month.
What in Spawn?
Oh, yeah, I swear that she did that assembly like 5 times, and nobody said anything. I was thinking that I was like, who
Wow,
that?
I had no idea. I see. I might have even been in this assembly and just not realized because
No, I think that was after you left though.
was it after I left? Jesus, I knew
Yeah.
there was some
Mm.
pretty
Yeah.
bad
No.
stuff, but not like it was bad stuff that you try and kick under the carpet and get rid of.
Mm.
Not bad stuff that you present on the assembly in front of the whole school.
Mm.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Because
nuts.
a lot of these people are miseducated. Because obviously, all they showed us was slavery, Martin Luther King. They mentioned Malcolm X. They didn't say anything that he spoke about. They just mentioned him. They're like, oh yeah, he was part of that. Nelson Mandela, and that's really it. They didn't really mention black people other than that in history.
Also, that
But
they're all people about like black rights and stuff. They don't teach you anything about history either. They should teach that and like I
mm,
said, Mali Empire. I'm sorry, Mali. No, Mali Empire, Axum Kingdom, and places like that. So
mm,
you can see all aspects. I mean, we were getting
mm,
taught about the American Wild West.
yeah.
What's that got to do? It's cool to. I like it. No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's when you get teach history, you're not learning the history. You're learning how to analyze text. That's the point of it.
Mm,
But I can do that while learning stuff that is relevant to me about England, our history, about the good stuff, the
exactly.
bad stuff, and about a large proportion of English people, such as myself, first generation, yourself. You were born in Ireland, weren't you? Actually, so
Yeah,
you're
Dublin.
maybe is that first generation or am I second generation? Then I can't remember how it works. But first person born, you're first to move here, aren't you? So, but you've
Yeah,
got loads of people like us. So you're is it Nigerian? Please say I got that right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the time. So like Nigerian and Nigerian Irish living in England, Irish
Mm,
English living in England, and then you've got Pakistani English, Indian English, and you've got Hindus, Muslims, and all different kinds of like things. You should be teaching about
mm.
their history as well, because do you know what's at the end of that little sentence?
But
English, or British, shall I say? British, Pakistani, British, Indian, British. So you've got that. You've got to learn that bit before you learn the second bit, I would say, or learn it at the
mm,
same time. That's the key bit.
yeah, exactly. Because I feel like people use the whole England is multicultural as a defense, but really, it being multicultural is not enough for anything really. It's really not enough because people
No,
are saying, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
I'm multicultural, so I'm not racist." That's like saying, "Oh, I've got a black friend, so I'm not racist." That it doesn't really mean
yeah.
anything.
You can be multicultural. America during slavery was technically multicultural. They just owned the
Exactly.
slaves, so it doesn't mean anything. It just means there's multiple cultures.
They just happen to live there.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Anyway, I think we're going to wrap this one up now. So thank you for coming on. Sorry about the little pauses and stuff. I hope you we're still learning how to do interviews. It's getting better. When we get into a flow, it's fine. It's always the first sort of like 10 minutes that's a little bit like I don't know what to say. I tried
Yeah.
to plan it out a bit with the video clips. It didn't really work because I forgot whether I'd played them or not. So we'll go back to the old kind of thing. But thank you very much for listening. Is there anything you want to add to that also?
No, not really. No.
No. All right, I'll leave his have you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll leave your YouTube and your Spotify in the description below. This will be well, it'll be up today. So thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.